Souls. I'm Tara Diana. This is my friend Ramona, and we are here for the Unity Circle. This is where, friends, we come together and we hold space with each other. Don't have to be spiritual, you don't have to be metaphysical to come and enjoy good conversation, inspirational chit chat, a little bit of meditation, I'm talking so fast, a little bit of meditation. And of course, what makes us unique is that we offer messages at the end of the evening. This is the perfect place to come if you are looking to have a question answered, if you are looking to connect with someone. This is the good place to do it. So welcome to the Unity Circle. I'm Tara Diana. I'm an empowerment medium, and so excited. Ro, introduce yourself, baby.
Okay, hello everyone. I am Ramona. I am the CEO of Rose Glow Healing and Wellness, and what am I? I'm now it's contagious, Tara. I am a psychic, a medium, a card reader, an energy therapist, a psychologist, an
You're all the
astrologist.
things.
I'm all the ists.
I'm all yes.
I'm just ist.
You're also one of the exclusive members of the Spirit Essence Collective, which is another amazing thing that brings beautiful, authentic, like minded people together. So, baby, this is where we get to have a little bit of fun. We get to be of service, and we get to do it in a lighthearted and loving way. Now, if you are on, we're streaming to Facebook, we're streaming to YouTube, and you want to say hello to us, please do. I see Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl. Cheryl's here. She's like, hello. We can't see you if you don't comment. So if you are looking to have a message or anything like that when we go towards the end of this, then we're going to need to see you there. So let's start it off, Ramona. You've been in my world for a little while now, and I remember when I first met you, one of the things that really attracted me to you was that you, first of all, you're fun as fluff. You are just a fun, high vibing person.
Thank you.
And that was something that drew me because I'm a very high vibing kind of person myself. But the other thing about you that I thought was really beautiful and drew me, because I like people to feel safe around the people I bring into their space. That doesn't mean, we don't have judgment, or we don't have expectation or whatnot. We all have opinions and things like that. But I just like the way you kind of flowed, is maybe the best way to say it. The way you flowed. Hi, Bim. Hello, Cassandra. Long time no see. And so I thought today's topic with you would be, let's talk about being kind. Let's just talk about being good people in terms of spirituality. We spend a lot of time uh, around other individuals, whether we like to or we don't like to, whether it's forced upon us. Sometimes you have to get on that bus and sit beside down Joe Blow there, and have to spend some time in their energy. And there are always going to be people that don't always vibe with us.
Yep.
Right? There's going to be people that immediately, as an intuitive, immediately are not going to be your kind of people. And so you are able to adjust and shift accordingly.
Yes.
And one of the cool things about that is legitimately being able to hold your own in those situations. Being able to say, I don't love this. I know I only have to be in this for this period of time. So I'm just going to be, what's the word? Cordial. I'm just going to be cordial. And cordial is not a bad thing.
Nope.
I would much rather someone be just kind and simple. Do you know what I mean? Kind and simple. You don't have to be, if you don't love something, you don't have to like embrace it and pretend to love it or whatever. And this goes really well with the idea of being spiritual. Okay, so there is this really strong energy, and tell me if you think I'm wrong, Ro, but there's this really strong energy in the spiritual community where people have to be over the top, giving and generous and loving and all these things. And here's the funniest thing ever. You can always tell when someone's being fake in that space. You can always tell when someone's like, and you're like, Okay. They either don't want to be here for whatever reason. It doesn't even have to be they don't like you. It can be they don't want to be in the space. They've had a hard day. It can be anything, but you can always tell when someone's authenticity is being called into question, right? When
Mhm.
they come into that space. And spiritualists tend to be, not everyone, of course, I'm not throwing shade, I'm not saying this is everyone. It's just this weird phenomenon in the spiritualist community where people think that they can do no wrong because they're coming from the enlightened place. They're white light.
They're throwing love and light all over the place, and it's like, but what is that though? I don't
Exactly.
know.
It's
Your shade of light doesn't really match with my vibe and my decor. You know what I mean?
right. And that's a great way to put it. Like throwing love and light all over the place, like love and light, blessings, all these words. And you can say those words and actually not mean them.
100%. I mean, I'm sure we're all in many spiritual circles, or we're part of several different sort of sub communities. I mean, ultimately, we're all part of the same community. Blah blah blah. We know that,
Blah, blah, blah.
but blah blah blah. But we all, I find myself in many spiritual circles of all different, modalities and everything else. And I've stopped saying that love and light, blessings to you, and all that because it's said to me so often. And I'm just like, I don't feel like you really mean that. I think you're saying it to say it and to seem like I am love and light, but it's not hitting me. It's like when someone says to you, "Hey Tara, how you doing?" But as they're saying it, they're walking past you. Like they
Right?
don't care at all how you're actually doing. So don't ask the question then.
That's funny. My husband always says that. If someone says, "How are you?" He's like, "Do you really care?" It's like it just becomes something that you become used to saying.
Yeah, yeah,
Right, and because the spiritual communities tend to just throw that out there, but also let's take that back a step. That I love it when someone says something like that, but you can feel it oozing from them. They're like, I really care about you. I do want to know how you are.
yeah,
I do want to send you love and light.
yeah. That's why
Right.
if I'm asked, I don't ask how are you unless I mean it, and you'll know I mean it because I stopped and I was like, "Hey
Yeah.
Tara, how are you?"
And I love that because a little bit of kindness goes a long way.
Hmm.
Right, a little bit of kindness goes a long way. And you
Hmm.
read different things. I love to, my feelings get hurt so easy. Okay, first off,
Okay.
my feelings get hurt so easy. So I have to be really mindful of how I speak. And sometimes I can be a Scorpio. If you know, you know. I will sting fast, and then
Hmm.
I have to go back and kind of pull that stinger out and kind of apologize. And I always mean the apology, but I kind of apologize. I'm a no nonsense kind of person though, so
Okay.
it gets a little bit twisted. But I love doing things for people. I love going into Save On and someone's struggling to get their card out or it's declined, two or three times. And I'll just be like, I'll kind of gauge what they've got because if it's a whole, but I kind of gauge what they got and I'll be like, oh, you know what? I got this,
Within reason.
right? I got this, or I paid for it. And the interesting thing about that is that the kindness is the kindness that I'm giving. I actually don't care how they receive it. So what I mean by that is if they're too cranky to receive it in their consciousness, that's okay. If they are, if they don't like me for whatever reason, I'm still being kind because I still feel they're a good person at heart or whatever, and
Yeah.
I still give out that energy. I don't care how they receive it. I don't care if it like kind of flies off their consciousness but embodies in here. Because kindness changes people's day. That talk about, give someone a smile,
Oh,
right? Just walk by them and smile. That's a real thing.
it 100% is. And that's probably why you see me smiling most of the time. Because I'm like, it's free. It don't take nothing from me and my day and my stuff, but somebody out there needs it. So I'm going to throw it out there and
I
let it
love
land where
that.
it lands.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you a super, super cute and beautiful thing that happened to me on Saturday. And I don't think you were there. We were together on Saturday, but I don't think you were there when I was telling people about it. I came in a little frantic, as I always do when I run events, guys. I come in like a bull in a china shop. I'm like, whoa, everything needs to be done. Whoa. And I came in and something wasn't exactly the way I was hoping it. And I was a little panic stricken trying to run the ideas through my head and stuff.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, on my Facebook, I got a message from a woman who I've only known for a few months. She's not a client of mine or anything, but we're in the spiritual community together. And she said the nicest thing, Ro. She said to me, I've been following your lives, I've been following your groups and getting to know you. Okay, first of all, I love that. And she said,
Okay.
and I just want you to know that you rock. And then she listed all the reasons she liked what I was doing. And she says, I just thought you needed to hear that. And I thought, okay, okay, thank you. Thank you.
But did she lie though? You absolutely needed to hear it in that moment.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And she gave it, and she gave it from her heart, and you could feel it. And that's what I think sometimes people get a little bit confused with. Is like, oh, you're a spiritualist. You have to give. You have to give. And the answer to that is no, you don't. You should want to give. It should be authentically coming to you.
Absolutely.
Right. Or excuse me, from you.
From you, yes. I think the other misconception is that, spiritualists, whatever you call us, right? People in this community should just always be happy and be kind and be like, the expectation is that we're vibing so high all the time that we couldn't possibly be, you know,
Anything but.
unhappy or, yeah. And so in those moments, they're rare, but in those moments where I am at a little bit of a lower vibration for that day, it's so noticeable. And then people are, well, what's the problem? Like, it's not about what's happened. What can we help you with? How can we help you through this? It's, whoa, I'm uncomfortable because you're not happy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Exactly.
about them and not about me and whatever it is I'm experiencing in that moment. You know?
I really feel that it comes down to a lot of disagreements happen when we don't listen. You know what I mean? Like we don't hear the truth of something that's actually being said. And of course, this happens to everyone. You don't have to be a spiritualist for this to happen. This happens to everyone. We hear things the way we want to hear them. We perceive things the way we want to perceive them for whatever reason, because we tend not to stop and listen. We hear, but mostly we talk to be heard, right? So if we're just talking,
respond, we don't actually listen.
exactly. So in those moments, when someone throws out that kind of kindness energy, and like I said, the idea is to be open to receive at a subconscious level as opposed to conscious, because we are spirits having that human experience. So, we get to have those moments where we feel down. Yesterday, I took the whole day off, Ro. I worked all weekend, had an amazing event at at Serendipities on Saturday with you, had an amazing event at the church with everyone else. And then I was like, I'm done Monday. I'm done. I'm going to lay down with the dogs and we're going to just have this moment. And I was kind to myself. And I think there is another layer to the kindness aspect. We can be kind to others. We can pay it forward. We can go to Starbucks and, pay for someone else's stuff. And I have strangers have come up to me in Starbucks because I go there every day. Don't call me out, people. I love me some espresso with a protein shake. But I go there, and so people have gotten to know me, and they've known my situation with Ryan, because you become friendly, I think is a good word to use. You're like, hey, how are you? And all this is going on.
Familiar.
And, yeah, and I've had people come up and give me a Starbucks card because she knows I'm going to court next week. I've had another one come up and give me a little bunny keychain that she made, and they just do kind things, and in turn I give them gratitude. I'm grateful for what they do. But I think that one of the major issues in society as a whole, and again, whether you are a muggle, or you're working in higher vibrations, or you whatever you are, however you live, right? whatever you are and however you live. I think the biggest thing is that we aren't kind enough to ourselves. We are so busy doing for others, and that is my Achilles, right? Is that I am a people pleaser. right? And so that's when I said, my feelings get hurt super easy. Someone doesn't
Hmm.
like me. I'm not as bad as I was. Now I'm a little more
Right.
like, okay, that's
Sorry
you.
for
You do,
you.
yeah, you do you. I'll do me.
Yeah.
But before that used to be a heart wrenching thing for me to find
Yeah.
out. What do you mean you don't like me? What do you mean? I've always been nice to you. I've always done this for you. We can have a difference of opinion, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I would take it upon myself. And one of the things I'm going to throw out there is, if you are not looking after you, and you're going to hear this a lot in my world, if you're following me, if you're following anything I do, you're going to hear this a lot. If you are not looking after you, you're not doing it
You're not
right.
doing it right. Yep. I
Right?
did a whole workshop on it last year. Self love. Fill up your cup.
Yeah,
Because
fill up your, and
you cannot give from an empty cup. It just you can't.
who knows you the best? You. So you
Exactly.
filling your cup is far more beneficial
Yep.
than having to rely on accolades from someone else or something else.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone loves a good pat on the back.
Sure.
Everyone loves to be recognized.
Sure.
We all love to be like, someone cheer me on, right? And I'm a hell of a cheerleader. If you're
Yes,
on
you
my
are.
team,
Yes, you
I
are.
will take you to the moon and back,
Yeah.
because that's my ability. That's what I love to do. That's naturally and authentic to me. Looking after myself is a lot harder, and you have to retrain yourself 99% of the time.
You really, really do. And the thing is, you can be kind to people. You can give and give and give of yourself. You know. Sorry, my partner's in the background talking too
That's
loud.
okay. That's
Real life
okay.
here, folks. Just
Hey.
saying. But you can give and give and give and be super authentic in that giving of your time, your energy, your whatever it is, right? But if somebody is not right with themselves, if their cup is not right, they are not going to receive that. And you will give until you run out of it to give,
Yeah.
and they still won't have received it.
And
So,
that is honestly, Ro, that is, what happens to a lot of people in the
oh yeah,
spiritualist business who just burn out of it. Because same with the animal, this is kind of off topic, friends, but why not? It's my show.
yeah,
Um, it's same with the animal community, the animal rescues and stuff. They tend to burn out because they just give and give and give and give and give, and they
mhm,
actually generally refuse to allow anyone to give back to them. Like a donation is not giving back. That's taking care of business. But
yes,
they really refuse because they're so intertwined with the idea of their saving, and they've got this mission, and it's so
yeah,
important. Well, the number one mission, number one mission is to be looking after yourself.
yes. I
Number one
absolutely agree.
mission.
You have to. No
Eh,
one else, really, at the end of the day, nobody else is actually going to do it for you.
truth.
Like there's always going to be some aspect. Some people end up with physical, disabilities and they need people to help them take care of their physical body. Some people it's emotional and so on, right? But at the end of the day, there is always something that we have to just take care of ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And kindness goes a long way, Ro, in terms of a society, and
Yeah.
putting out that I'm not afraid to say love and light to all,
Yeah.
right? I'm not afraid to say that. I'm not to say, blessings to all when I'm doing the work, because I'm in that state. I'm putting it out there, and I mean it with every ounce of my being. So on that note, I want to leave this inspirational talk, and as we move into the meditation with Ramona, with this thought process. Kindness must always come from your authentic self. If you're going to put out goodness, let it be pure. If you're not feeling it, it is okay for you to just be cordial, for you to just be polite, right? It's okay. Your kindness is a gift to someone else. So when I see a woman wearing an outfit and I'm like, damn. I did that at Starbucks the other day, a girl's shoes. I said, lady, you are slaying that look. She was thrilled. I meant it.
Absolutely.
I meant it.
And I think that's the thing about kindness, just to sort of sum up what you're saying as well is that kindness doesn't mean you go over the top.
Mm-hmm.
Kindness means you say what you feel
Yep.
without hurting or making someone else uncomfortable consciously or purposely, right? Because at the end of the day, how somebody receives whatever kindness you're
That's
giving
right.
them, that's their problem. But being kind is also knowing when to just, like you said, be cordial. Like kindness isn't showing the fakeness of it all, right?
That's it.
Kindness is not faking the funk. Kindness is saying, I'm not with this right now. So good luck with that. I'm going to go over here and we'll catch up another time or whatever it is, right? That is kindness. It's kindness to self and it is kindness to the other person because you're not forcing them, you're not forcing a false sense of kindness onto them. You're keeping it real and keeping it moving.
I'm going to answer Cheryl's question before we move into your meditation row.
Yeah.
And it says, how can you take care of you when individuals are vampires, energy suckers, and they track you down? You surround yourself with white light, even when you put out kindness. Now, I'm going to answer this with my full chest.
Do it.
When people keep coming back into the space, they keep coming back there, and you keep letting them in. See, Cheryl, you keep letting them in. You have the free will choice to just be like, no, no, immediately no.
Immediately now.
I am not taking this. You go on your way. Sometimes that will be like easier said than done, and we get that. We know that. We're not sillies. But it is your perception of what is being done to you and how you turn that around to work for you. And psychic vampires, energy vampires, they are always in a space of needing. So you simply stop giving.
Absolutely. Cut off the food chain. Cut off the food supply, right?
Absolutely. So I hope that helps a little bit. Ramona,
Yes, my love.
would you like to do a meditation or would you like me to do it or
Of course I'll do it.
okay, good stuff
I'll
there.
do it.
I'm going to put myself on mute, honey, so
Yeah,
it doesn't bother anyone.
and I'm gonna try to talk loud to drown out the background noise here. Because when I say I need quiet for an hour, this is what we get. So, okay. So everybody, just take a couple of nice, deep, cleansing breaths in and out. Whatever we're carrying from the day, we're just going to let it float on by. As thoughts come up, which they will, let them go. And we're going to go nice and deep, deep breath in. And exhale. Another one. You're starting to feel your body release, get nice and loose and heavy as it relaxes. If you can, plant your feet nicely on the floor. And whenever feels natural, you can close your eyes and just sink into comfort. As our thoughts start to thin out and our minds start to get still, We're just going to see ourselves floating, floating into space. Slowly and comfortably, the world around us fades away. And as we float blissfully light among the stars, we're going to pay attention to our heartbeat, that thing that keeps us going, gives us life. It's a beautiful space, that heart. It's where we feel and process emotions, where we connect to the people that we love and the people that we will love. Just feel your chest, your heart space. Feel it expand as you breathe normally. And float in the cosmos. We're going to start to float back down towards the earth. And as the darkness becomes light again, we find ourselves landing softly in a field of flowers. Take note of what those flowers are, their colors, their smells. And as we walk through those flowers, we're just going to spend a moment giving thanks. Giving thanks to the universe for this life, for this experience. And as we walk to the center of the field, we're going to see a staircase. And it goes down, deep down into the earth. Without fear and without hesitation, we walk down the staircase. Down, down, down we go. Until we're in the heart of a beautiful pink cave. And even though we've traveled deep down into the earth's core, we're warm, we're safe, and we're comfortable. Take a moment in this cave. To our left, we see a large mirror. And to our right, a table. On the table is a box. Let's walk towards the box. When we peek inside, we see a single piece of paper and a pen. We're going to take that paper and that pen, and we're going to carry it all the way to the mirror. In front of the mirror is a pillow, just big enough for us to sit on. As we sit and stare at ourselves in the mirror, going to write down 3 things that we love about ourselves. They can be physical, they can be emotional, they can be about our personality. The 3 things. Once we've written those 3 things down, we're going to look back at ourselves, at our reflection. And we're going to recite them, each of them. We're going to recite it as an affirmation and a testimony, if you will. Saying, I like I like I like. Now just take a moment and smile at yourself in that mirror. Know that those things that you wrote on that piece of paper came from your heart, your own beautiful pink cave. Despite the things that you have going on in your life, you feel that way about yourself. And as silly as it might feel, I want you to blow yourself a kiss in the mirror. This is love. This is kindness to self. This is the foundation of our kindness to others. In this moment, we found it. Despite whatever our lives are, whatever our challenges are, we quieted all of that and we found kindness. Now that piece of paper that you've written your affirmations on, you're going to fold it up and you're going to put it in your pocket. So that every time you are encountered or you encounter someone who needs kindness, the energy of that paper, the energy of your own words to yourself will be there in your pocket, ready to be handed to whoever needs it. It is authentic, it's real, and it's you. We're going to stand now. If you want, you can take a final look at yourself in the mirror, check the fit, give yourself a wave, and turn towards the staircase. Feeling a full chest, we're going to ascend up each up each stair, until we're back on the surface of the earth, wandering amid the flowers. How different do they feel now? Now that we have kindness in our pocket? Are they brighter? Do they smell better? Have they opened Take it all in. Because those flowers also represent kindness and what happens when we spread it authentically. Now we're going to walk towards the edge of the field, leaving kindness behind us and seeing only kindness in front. And with each step, it gets darker. Darker and darker until we are back floating in the cosmos. The earth has drifted away for just a moment, and we are one with the stars. Feel that gratitude beating as one with your heart. And with each thump, with each beat, we send that gratitude out to every star, to every spirit, every being. Thank you for this moment. Thank you for this lifetime. Thank you for the people that I love, have loved, and will love. Thank you for the kindness that I have received. And thank you for the kindness that I have to give. And we're slowly going to start to sink down, back through the cosmos, back through the atmosphere, back into the present moment. We're going to breathe in. Starting to feel ourselves present again. Slowly rolling our ankles and wrists, maybe our shoulders a little bit. When we're ready, we can come back to the space and open our eyes.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm starving now.
Me too!
That was beautiful, Ro. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I think everyone would have felt that and just like embodied that. That was so lovely. So lovely.
I felt good. It felt good.
I love that. Okay, guys, let's do the healing portion of the night. You know, this is the part where you guys go ahead, write some names in. I've just put a post in with some names that I want. Yourself should go in there. Put everyone in, and we're going to do a straight up. While you're doing that, I'm going to set the intentions, and you can just hold that energy and move that energy up. Mother, Father, God, Infinite Spirit, all that is. We call upon you to connect us body, mind, and spirit for our highest and best. To send that beautiful healing energy outwards. Allow it to come down through our crown, into our bodies, and out through our heart. Beautiful healing energy out into the space that we're in right now. Out further still to our neighborhood. Gathering all that is in its way with love and light and kindness and goodness and healing, and then send it out further still to the cities and the towns and the provinces and the states and the villages and all those beautiful things, and out further still that powerful energy, that kindness, that love that we have, that empowerment. Send it out straight up into the universe and allow it to rain down upon the earth realm, however it is meant to be, accepting it with an open heart and open mind. Let the healing energies work its magic, knowingly and unknowingly, consciously and subconsciously. And so it is. Okay. Here we are. I'm seeing names. I'm
Yes.
seeing Denise and Deanne and Luke and Samantha and Greg and Jim and Bev and Mo and all the governments of the world. Nice. Katie and Terry, Ireland and Andrea, Michelle. I love the pink cave, right? That is so. I love pink anything. Oh, Sheila says you have a calming voice, so relaxed, almost fell asleep. So we are now going to move into the part, you guys. We've done some inspiration. We've had a bit of chit chat. We've done a glorious meditation. Well done. And then we are sending out that healing work, doing the being of service. I love that. Hi, Patty. Being of service. So now we're going to see who needs a little something, something. Who needs, a question answered or a message given or a card pulled. Um, Let us know. Drop it in there. We can't see you. So if you're looking for something, we would love to be able to provide you with that. I'm going to give Lori, I'm going to give you a message for Denise. So I hope you're listening. I was feeling her earlier this morning, and Sheila says like a card pull. I was seeing and feeling Denise this morning, and in her state of in and out. She's in and out. She's off balance right now because things that are going on in her space. But being off balance isn't necessarily a bad thing because we all have the ability to continue to toe that line, to find that equilibrium back again. But what I'm getting with her is the sense of knowing. So she needs to stay in that knowing what is going to happen next, knowing where her next steps are. So I feel that's going to be very, very important for her in the coming hours, in the coming days, to be able to stay in that knowing and feel secure and safe in that. So if you could pass that message along to her, I would appreciate that. I see some people looking for a card pull. Kim is looking for a purple heart, which means a card, I think. Patty's looking for any messages. Cheryl, a message or card, please. Michelle, can I please have a card? Ramona, before we get into that, let's just do a little shout out. I know people love to come and get, some of the readings and things like that. But I think it's important to know that, that we do this work. This is our, we work here, we do this work, and we do have some events coming up. I know tomorrow night, if you're not part of Patreon, we have an event that is $25, and it's a full chakra series. Well, it's not a series. She runs through the chakras in a series. I don't know how to explain that. You can go to the website and look it up. But our shaman, part of the collective, Jana, is going to be there, and she's doing a beautiful, beautiful discussion, 60 minutes for $25 on the chakras. We also have, starting on Thursday night, it's a 4-week course. Well, I guess it's not really a course, kind of a course. It's 4 weeks of learning about different modalities, and Ramona starts it off for us on Thursday. What are you going to be talking about, Ramona?
So I'm talking about energy. I'm talking about working. It's called working the energy, and it's really just looking at what it all means. We talk about energy, we talk about vibration, we talk about all of that, and what is it?
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. So
deeper ways to shift it.
She's going to start us off with that on Thursday. It's then Jenny will be the next Thursday. These will all be recorded 7:00 via Zoom. You have to sign up. All 4 of those sessions are $25, not each. $24. And so Jenny's going to be doing a talk on cards. If you're interested in modalities, learning about different modalities, my Angel's going to be talking about sitting in your power, and I'm going to talk about the art of automatic writing. So every Thursday for the next 4 Thursdays, $25 for all 4 of them. And we would love for you to come and be a part of that journey with us. It's small, intimate groups. We're taking about 10 people in each one of them. And I think we only have like 1 or 2 spots left for that other one. So for the one I'm just talking about with you, Gianna's got open spots because we can fill that with many, many people. So if you're looking for chakras, you want empowered, on the website, www.spiritessencebytaradiana.com. I'll write it in there. If you want the collection of spiritual modalities, you will have to hit up an email address, which I will put out there for you. So I'm going to leave it to you while I write some messages in the group. Ramona, we'll tag off.
Okay.
Do you know who you're going to?
Yeah, I'm just going back up because there was somebody, Michelle Ray. I felt drawn to you, to your message there. Can I please have a card pulled? Some areas I'm struggling with right now, and hoping something from there sends me some guidance. Sure, Michelle. Card for Michelle, please. There we go. So, Michelle, the card that I pulled for you, my love, is Happy, Happy. Happy, Happy. And the message that I'm getting for you is be comfortable in your happiness. Find it and own it. It's okay to be happy. Yes, you may have things going on. Yes, it may be a lot and feel chaotic, but you deserve happiness. And when you find it, even in the small moments, it's okay to celebrate it. So celebrate it. The more we celebrate these things, the more the universe gives us these things, opportunities to find these things. Michelle, I'm going to leave that with you if that's okay.
I love that. I am going to go up here. I've been typing messages like crazy. I'm going to go up here to Patty. And Patty, I'm going to pull a card for you, sister. I'm using my fairy deck just because I have... Oh, my fairy deck that has a random other card in it. Oh, that's interesting. So this is the other card that was in it. The Swan Queen. This is about transformation, intuition, and patience. This is so funny. This is a beautiful card, though. And I really want you to focus on the idea that for transformation to really happen, Patty, so Spirit is saying you're about to go through some changes. You want these changes, but your intuition needs to be allowing it to happen. So what I mean by that is you need to step into that energy. You need to be able to be like, okay, I think I'm doubting it, but I'm going to tap into my solar plexus and I'm going to feel that this is the right thing. And if the transformation that you are going through does not feel like it's the right thing, you can transform that. That is our free will choice, right? And so whatever changes that are coming, they don't need to be rushed. That's where the patience come in. This isn't about rushing anything. This is about literally taking your time. If that transformation doesn't feel right, if your intuition's like, what the heck? Then you get to take the time you need, baby. You get to take that time and you get to sit in that space and be like, okay, I'm going to do what I need to do, how I need to do it. There's nothing wrong with it. People always say time is of the essence. It is until it's not. Like, why rush something to only have to redo it? Do it right the first time. Patty, that's what I get for you, sweetheart. So I'm going to leave that with you. Thank you.
I just want to add on to that, Tara, in theme with our message tonight is the kindness piece. Kindness to yourself, of slowing down and enjoying the moment.
Absolutely.
And then shifting if you're not enjoying the moment. That's a kindness to yourself.
Absolutely. You are totally right. Thank you.
Who else do we have?
Can you see? Can you not? Can you see the live stream on the side here under chats? Live stream chat.
Wait, let me see.
Are you on your phone?
Yeah, I was looking at it on the live.
We actually I can see it on my computer. The live stream chat.
Studio chat? No.
No, it says live stream chat.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
If you can't,
Oh my goodness, there it all is. I'm looking on my phone. That's why I'm squinting so much because it's so small. It's been a long day.
pick someone, baby. Pick
Okay,
someone.
let me find someone. Let me find someone. It's the drum roll. Somebody said they better confirm they're registered. Oh, okay. Andrea, I will come to you because that's where my mouse stopped. Does Spirit have a message for me to help me honor myself in love and protecting my energy in the next month? Let's see. Let's see, babe. Oh, flipper. The card I got is No Place Like Home. Sorry, I have the blurred background so it doesn't show the thing. No place like home. So to honor yourself, Andrea, what this is telling me is that you have to go all the way within. We were kind of talking earlier in this talk about kind of doing it half-heartedly or doing it, I'm not going to say fake or false, but maybe not fully committing to the process. And this No Place Like Home really feels like we have to bring it home to our center, to our core, and really commit to the journey of it all. As far as protecting your energy, it's kind of the same thing. You can't pardon the expression, but you can't half-ass it. You got to go all in or stay out. You know what I'm saying? And so I think we said it to someone else before. Hey, if it's not working for you, the boundary goes up. No. No is the shortest full sentence in any language. No. And that's it. You don't have to say any more than that. Just having those boundaries, understanding what your boundaries are and why you have them to begin with, that's how you honor yourself in love. That is that kindness to self. And it is also a kindness to others, because if you're trying to give from a half full cup or a half empty cup, whichever way you look at it, you're not giving them everything that they may need, and they should go and find that somewhere else. Can I leave that with you?
I'm going to say yes, you can.
It's not like she's going to answer me.
That's so funny. Oh my God. If you guys are not following Ro and I and the rest of the collective on Empowering Intuitive Souls, or I guess in Empowering Intuitive Souls, that's the private Facebook group that is for, people to feel safe and sacred. And we do lots of content in there that helps people level up, work on themselves. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. So make sure you come and follow us there. And if you are looking for a little more intense work, then Ramona and Ramona does some work in my Patreon, and we have 4 different levels of Patreon, and we're going to add the podcast, so you'll be able to get some podcast little tricks and tips from our podcast sooner than later in there as well. So make sure you come and join the Patreon as well. You can join for as little as $7.50 a month, and you get messages and affirmations. You get all sorts of stuff. So come and join us. I'm going to pull for Cheryl. And Cheryl, I would love to pull for you. I know you're working hard. Cheryl, I don't see that you are registered. Just an FYI. So you might want to double check with Monica, baby. I could have missed something. Ramona, it's been a weird, crazy day.
Tara?
Mm-hmm.
You and I were voice noting each other back and forth very early this morning. And yeah, it just continued. That weird vibe just continued.
It did. I was like, mm-hmm. Okay, I will say though, my renos are done. My laundry room is looking mwah, And I can thank Tabitha from New Moon for that because, oh my goodness, I'm a lot. And having to deal with me when I'm going to court and having to deal with me with my 3 crazy dogs upstairs. And she still did a beautiful reno. So if
Oh,
anyone's looking for an organizer, I'm just going to do a shout out, Ro, because she was
good.
really outstanding. And she's done other things. She's done my kitchen, and she did my bedroom. She did Ryan's room before he passed away. And she was phenomenal. So I'm going to give a message here to Cheryl and a shout out to Tabitha. Cheryl, you got enlightenment. So, sweetheart, I know you've been working so hard. I know it. I feel it with my full chest. And Spirit is saying, it's okay. It's okay. You're not failing. It's rough. It's hard. We can't change all of that for you. But we see you. And you are getting it done. And it does get better. And you might only get the little tiny bits of it, but it actually does get better.
Mhm.
So move into that energy and trust. Remember how I said, hey, you got to put those hands up. You got to be like immediately no. And you came back and I saw a little message that said something about, oh, they want blood. They can only have it if you give it.
Mhm.
They only come back if they feel they're getting something. Eventually they will stop the more that you are like, immediately no. That's like my new thing, Ro. Immediately no. No.
You get that
Immediately
from
no.
me because I say that so often.
Oh,
Immediately no.
immediately no.
Absolutely not.
So just keep that in mind, baby. Spirit sees you. They're working with you. Trust that you're doing the work.
Mhm.
Trust that you're doing the work.
Mhm.
Okay. Do you have any more?
Did you read Cassandra?
Not tonight. I did a little earlier today, but not tonight. So she would love a card, I'm sure. And I'm hoping it ties everything I said. And Pam, I'll get you after. Just stick around.
Stick around, baby. Okay, Cassandra, I'm coming to you. Lovely. Oh, 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 oh.
She's chucking cards.
They're flying out. It's not me. It's your guys. It's your homies. Oh god, this stupid thing. I feel like I have it on my forehead. So embarrassing.
I feel like we're playing Boulder Dash.
So embarrassing. The card you got though, Cassandra, is serendipity.
Ooh.
Serendipity.
So,
And this card just screams it's all meant to be to me. Everything that you want, everything that you're working towards, everything that you have, it's all meant to be. I know you can't really see it right in the middle because it seems to be cutting it out, but right in the middle, right here, is actually a 4-leaf clover. So it's like it's the coming together of manifestation, of karma, of hard work and hustle, of ease and flow. Like it's just everything coming together in this serendipitous moment for you. So whatever's happening, I just heard enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride and take it all in. I'm going to leave that with you.
I love that. I love that. I love serendipitous. Okay, Pammy, I'm going to pull a card for you. I'm going to pull a card for you. Yeah, you need to keep the nose, Cheryl. Absolutely. Absolutely. How about you do, I'll do Pam, you do Sheila. And
Yep,
then we're going
got
to
it.
call it a night, okay?
Works for me.
This has been a beautiful, beautiful session. I love the Unity Circle, and I'm going to invite you guys to invite people to our next one next
Yeah.
Tuesday. Come and join us. This is a place where you get to just listen, participate, breathe it in. You can be, well, Ramona's husband was making food,
Oh
so
my
you
god.
could be making food too while we're chatting
Making
and
dinner and
talking.
talking to his mama. So, I mean, it is
Right? So
carry
you
it on.
don't have to be, you can just listen. It's just a beautiful place to be. So this is for Pam, and then Sheila, we will get you a card, and then we will see you guys hopefully at some of the workshops this week or this week. Wednesday is, as I said, Jana at Empowered. I've put the link in there. And of course, the lovely Ramona kicks off our 4 week of spiritual intuition. Pure spirit, purification. Oh, Pammy. Pammy, Pammy, Pammy. This is literally telling you to drop everyone.
Okay.
This is literally saying to you, girlfriend, mm, you need to be you. Now, you are you. You are probably one of the most hardworking, kindest people I've had the blessing of knowing for as long as I have, since Ryan and Xavier were in kindergarten. And I will say this with my full chest. That purification card is really about letting go of other people's expectations on you. That's going to be damn near impossible for you, but I got faith. So this is where you look and you say to yourself, I've heard this over and over. The message never changed. Why does the message never change? Because you don't get to the place that you need to, that will allow that message to shift and adjust. How do you let it go? Again, here's that immediately no. I don't have to do, etc., etc. You are really one of those people that is a doer for others without, and I can own that because I've never felt more terrible than asking you to make that turkey the other day. There's not enough stuff I could give you for helping us out like that because it went so beautifully. Just stay in your power. Just stay in your power. When you don't want to do it, don't do it. When it just doesn't fit into your schedule, including me, don't do it. You are safe to say no, and it will not change a thing about who you are.
Mm,
And I'm going to leave that with you.
mm,
Okay, baby. Hit up
mm.
Sheila.
Miss Sheila, the card you got, my love, is not for you. And as soon as I flipped it flipped. It flipped out right when Tara just now was reading Pam and said immediately no. Spirit went, not for you. I think this is a theme, everybody. I think we found our theme for the night. Um, I know my camera's not really playing nice, very nice right. Oh, there we go. Not so bad.
Oh, that's not so bad.
It's got to be sideways, but it's fine. Everything's fine. The main color of this card is pink, and pink, as we know, is the heart chakra. Or maybe some of you don't know, it's the heart chakra, but it's the self-love, the receiving of love space of the heart chakra. And so, not for you, and immediately no. We need to do a deck, Tara, and it needs to be all these things. Immediately no, and absolutely not. Um, but Sheila, the pink is talking about that self love, that how you're receiving love, that how you're showing yourself love and kindness, and being ready to say immediately no, absolutely not. That's not for me. So we're talking boundaries again. We're talking no is the shortest sentence in every language. We're talking you have to know what is for you and you have to stick to that. Everything else is not your problem, not your circus, not your monkey. Right? Let it go. Leave it alone, because you can't see it on this card really, but this here is actually a chessboard. It's a chessboard, and it's a fortune cookie in the middle. Right? So it's your luck, I don't believe in luck, but your, that your blessings. Okay? Your blessings are all part of a bigger, more complicated game, but you have to play your part. You have to play your role. Right? You have to make the moves that win the game. And part of that is saying no. When it doesn't fit, say no. If it doesn't feel right, say no. Can I leave that with you? I'm going to leave that with you.
Done.
Right? Again,
Done.
I'm not
Friend,
really sure.
Ramona, I love working with you, my friend, my friend, my friend. You have such a beautiful energy. We are so lucky to have you be a part of Empowering Intuitive Souls and the collective. really we are. Ramona is a beautiful, beautiful energy practitioner, reader. She is specialized in inner child work, so removing, layers of stuff that's happened and needs to be addressed. And I'm excited to see what her workshop on Thursday looks like. And again, it is recorded, so if you guys can't make it there in person, you can have them all in the recordings, and you can get to keep those too, so you can always go back and be like, oh god, what the hell did Ramona say? That's right, that's what she said. So please join us in Empowering Intuitive Souls. Check out the
Yes.
Patreon. It's under Spirit Essence by Tara Diana. It starts at $7.50 and has affirmations and chat once a month channeled messages. It's got Ramona at the higher levels doing full moon and new moon energy work. Like, who doesn't want that? And we're gonna leave it at that. Good night, everyone. Ro, I love you, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Tara.
Okay, bye, friends.